Imagine being like, oh my gosh, his heart rate's declining. And he like, shit, I just hope you don't decline me tonight. Like, that might single-handedly resuscitate me long enough to whoop your ass. I ain't gonna lie, bro. The homie, oh my gosh, I feel good today. Wavy Web Surf, the internet's most illegal gooning incidents. Let's get into it, no bad.
You already know, we're living in the middle of a gooning epidemic.
Right.
Unable to contain their own horniness, some gooners have gotten themselves in serious legal trouble. Be it for gooning in public, indecent exposure, voyeurism, it's getting crazy out there. And with that stated, today we'll be once again looking at several cases where gooning ruined people's lives. Policemen goons while driving.
But you know what I heard Rage talk about? I heard Rage talk about having ethical gooning, okay? And how if you do gooning in a right way and right times, that it could be, you know, a better tool than something that results in negativity in your life. So maybe there's hope. I don't know.
Driving. Gooning on the job is already.
You said flag on the play. Get on the bench. Hey, coach, can I get back in? Sit down. Okay. Water? No. Okay. No. Okay. No. That bit took so much out of my legs. Oh my gosh.
Risky business. But I'd say in the case of certain jobs, it can be absolutely diabolical if you go through with it. Which brings us to the case of the cop who crashed his cruiser while watching porn. On November 6, 2024, in Sorrento, Florida, police deputy Tristan McComber was...
There's no way my taxes are going to your nuts, bro. My taxes are supposed to go towards your kids in a different way, bro. It's supposed to go to your family, not your family to be.
Driving along in his squad car southbound on County Road 435. And this would be no ordinary patrol. On body cam footage, Tristan can be seen briefly checking his phone and then out of nowhere, crash. Officer McComber, distracted from checking his phone, rear-ended a civilian motorist who was stopped behind a school bus. Uh-oh. But that's not even the worst part. Frame-by-frame body cam footage analysis reveals, well, he was watching porn on the phone, and possibly even gooning to it. Bro was literally browsing the hub while tailgating a soccer mom and a bus full of children.
He says, I can't control my horny level.
Stumbling out of his patrol car, bricked up and torqued, McComber, or McCoomer as I'm calling him from now on, is clearly embarrassed. He calls for backup and goes to check on the woman that he hit.
Yeah, that fucking sucked. Yeah, I'm good. Hello, ma'am. Are you okay? I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
My brain's locked up.
Thankfully, the woman was unharmed, and she was actually pretty chill about the whole affair. I don't think she'd be as relaxed.
I'd be chill too if I knew I was running into 100,000. A cop runs into me, so a death. I'd be like, no, I'm okay. Is my shoulder supposed to be fucked up like that? Like, bro, I'm giving myself an injury. Bro, before the cop comes to my window, I'm gonna break my arm in half. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'd be happy as fuck too, gang. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Straight medical.
Asked if she knew what the cop was up to before he blew the back out of her Toyota Corolla.
Gosh darn it.
It said he might have been gooning to like beating and watching.
So backup police would arrive and of course wanted to know why Officer McCoomer rear-ended this innocent lady. This is an audio recording from that incident of him explaining what he was doing.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit.
The cop actually lied when the colleagues arrived. Officer Coomer told his supervisors that the woman ahead of him abruptly stopped due to the school bus. He said the sudden braking caused his brakes to lock up, and that's why he crashed into her.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
My brain's locked up.
McCoomer even claimed that his ABS light had been blinking around the time of this occurring. So, you know, he's implying that, oh, my ABS is messed up, and that's why I slammed into the woman.
I'm over here stroking my dick.
So yeah, it was wet out at the time, and you know, his story seemed
Not the only thing that was wet out. Whoa! Ah! Good D, good D, good D. Shot, corner. Nice.
plausible. Nothing would come from this, well, other than the police officer himself.
I can't control my horny level.
But then they pulled the body cam footage.
He wasn't texting before slamming his car into a woman's car.
He was looking at porn. West 2's Justin Schecker got a copy of the internal affairs report and the body camera video from the crash.
Number one, I want to know what category he was looking at. Number two, I feel like this is so irresponsible on his end. It's already bad outlooks on law enforcement. They don't need more things to add to the bad outlook that law enforcement already has. Obviously, not all law enforcement is the same, but imagine how safe you feel, or imagine the image it gives in your head of this is the person that is patrolling your kid's community. I don't want to hear that in my neighborhood, man.
When an official from the sheriff's office reviewed the body cam footage,
Dari,
they
appreciate the
quickly
first time chat.
realized McCoomer wasn't being honest with them. Wet roads and ABS wasn't the issue here. A quote from the official: "I was able to observe in the top right of the screen that McCoomer was holding what appears to be a cell phone in his right hand," unquote. When questioned about the cell phone usage, which clearly led to the crash, McCoomer admitted he was
I'm trying to see if he has taste is absolutely insane.
on his phone, but said that he was only checking a group chat that had other officers in it. The problem with that is, in the footage, there's literally porn on the screen. So are you saying that you and your cop bros have a gooning group chat, Mr. McCoomer? Investigators got to take a look at this group chat, and well, they found no such pornographic imagery within it. So the Coomer was lying again.
All right, cut it. What if it was like he left the tab open? And he was trying to get to the group chat. Nah, he ain't leaving the tab open. That nigga was watching that. I can't even. I'm trying to cuff her, bro. I can't even.
They pressed him again even harder, and Tristan McCoomer would finally come clean, admitting to not only being on his phone, but also to looking at pornographic material, specifically, quote, like boobs and whatnot. McCoomer would be reprimanded for lying by omission, as investigators confirmed that the main reason for the crash was due to the officer ogling at pornographic images on his phone. The Coomer was also cited for violating...
Like, imagine literally driving, you like, damn, that shit fat. Like, imagine, bro. Imagine, bro. Also, damn, I almost broke my camera just now, bro. I gotta chill.
Other policies, including a general order about using a cell phone on the job and also not wearing his seatbelt. In January of 2025, Officer McCoomer, now fully exposed as a gooner cop and facing firing, resigned from Lake County, turning his badge in shame. He would join the likes of other gooner police officer extraordinaires, such as the on-duty cop that was in an OnlyFans promotional video. Go watch my other video about gooning if you want to learn about that guy. As for the vehicle that the officer rear-ended, the driver seemed to be uninjured in the body cam footage, so no.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, if a cop hit me, bro, by the time he came to my door, bro, you would have found me in the seat like these. Hold on. You would have, nigga, you would have found me in the seat like that, boy. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You might see one leg out the window. You might see a foot through the windshield. You might see, what, bro? I'm cheeks up, face down in the car seat. Yeah, okay. I should have seen that coming. That was my fault. That's my fault for turning around.
Big deal there, I reckon.
Those workouts are hitting. That was a good one. It was a good one.
Imagine she has a potential lawsuit against the county, considering she was hit by a cop watching porn on patrol. Hopefully the Lake County Sheriff's Office did the right thing here and paid for the damage done to her vehicle. Maybe even hopefully gave her a little bit of extra considering how fucking ridiculous all of this was.
You know they didn't do that.
Our next gooner is an individual who became so reckless with his stroking addiction that he frequently became known to goon for extended sessions in extremely crowded public areas. On March 11th, 2022, around 9:30 a.m., 27-year-old homeless man and self-described male model Blake Rain decided to put on a show at the Miami Beach Starbucks on
Okay, chill. Why are all these in Florida? Bro, come on. Chill on my state, bro. Why are all these in Florida, bro? Come on, bro. I know mad other states is horny, bro. California horny. Nigga, Atlanta is horny. Any state with a predominantly white college institution, mad horny facts. Every HBCU mad horny. We gotta go somewhere else with this, bro.
He didn't approach the barista and order a coffee. Rather, he leisurely walked over to an American flag that was hanging on the store window, produced his cock and balls, and started jerking off publicly. The man looking rather patriotic as he stroked away.
You know why these confuse me is because, like, genuinely from a actual sense, and I'm not even trying to be funny, what is the end goal of situations like this? Because, like, don't you do the action to bust? There's nothing here that's, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you're looking at the American flag, it's mad people in line looking at you weird, you in ankle socks, like, you're not getting there. You get what I'm saying? You're not getting there. You feel me?
The man in this video was arrested for lewd and lascivious behavior inside a Miami Beach Starbucks.
What are you doing?
A customer records as employees who may not be aware continue calling for orders.
Get the out. It's disgusting.
Me in that Starbucks line. Can I get a latte with bro, I be minding my business, bro.
Apparently stuff like this must happen a lot around there, as the baristas are seemingly just going along with their work as if there isn't a guy shooting ropes in their lobby. You can literally hear them calling out customer names to pick up drinks. Thankfully, Alyssa, the woman who's recording, intervened in all of this madness, chastising the depraved gooner and did her best to cockblock the guy from his own right hand.
I don't want to ever go back, and it's just...
Alyssa got some fire nails. Alyssa got some fire nails. But she in Miami, Florida. I can't afford her. I can't afford her. I can't afford her. At some point, chat, you just gotta know when to bow out, bro. She in Miami, Florida in the Starbucks, bro. I can't.
It'll always be in the back of my head.
Though I don't know, he might have actually been into being screamed at by her.
It's disgusting.
This sickening public gooning display by our homeless male model here reportedly lasted about 10 minutes. Eventually, Miami Beach officers would arrive, and they scared the guy off in the process. Officers caught up with him shortly after he fled. He was seen walking southbound on Collins Avenue, and once he saw the police were on his trail, he took off running.
So weird.
Officers gave chase and ended up tasing the fleet-footed masturbator, marking the Starbucks stroke session.
Video shows police trying to take 27-year-old Blake Rain into custody. The police report says Rain ran from police. He's combative, while police tase him.
Blake was arrested and charged with lewd and lascivious behavior, disorderly conduct in an establishment, and resisting an officer without violence. After being taken to the Mount Sinai Medical Center to tend to injuries from his arrest, Blake Rain was then taken into custody and arraigned in a court for his bond.
Nice.
Blake was quite nasty towards the judge and almost earned himself a gag order for his unhinged behavior when he was addressing the bench.
The suspect appeared in bond court. Rain was argumentative with the judge and tells the judge he works on the beach.
If you don't stop, I'm going to mute you and you will not be able to speak for the rest of this hearing.
Imagine being sassy to a judge who controls the fate of your reality for the next, how much years can you maximum get for gooning? 5? That is insane.
You understand me?
I mean, who's to say that the guy wouldn't have liked the gag order? He might have been into that kind of thing. In the wake of all of this,
going on
Starbucks
YouTube, Aiden.
issued a public statement regarding the gooner. Once alerted to the customer's behavior, our partners, employees, took action and local authorities were immediately called. We want our stores to be a welcoming environment, and our partners are empowered to address any behavior that doesn't meet our third place policy. In the future, we will be advising police to tase the fuck out of anyone masturbating in our store," unquote. In April 5th of 2022, it was actually found that Blake had other crimes he was facing in the state of New York, so he was a fugitive and would get extradited back there. Hey, if you work at a Starbucks in New York or Florida, keep your eyes peeled for this guy, because if you don't, he might sneak in and patriotically jerk off in front of everybody.
The story of the Gooner Doc.
Now we advance to one of today's most prolific and shameless gooners. A medical doctor whose gross proclivities led to him regularly walking around naked in his own medical office in front of female staff. This is Arkansas-based Dr.
Yes! 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 Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! He's from Arkansas. Yes, yes, thank you. Oh my gosh. It was 2-0 Florida, bro. Thank goodness. Arkansas's on the board. Let's go. Sorry to the women doctors. That was insane. I thought he was walking around the jump like at night or something, and they caught it on camera when nobody else was there. No, he's doing that with the woman in attendance. He's disgusting. He got Diddy fantasies.
David Define, a medical professional with over 25 years of experience, and he's had an interesting career to say the least. The doc is no stranger to getting in trouble. In the past, the physician has been criminally charged for illegally distributing pain medications, and even had his medical license suspended back in 2017 due to excessively prescribing narcotics. But big fucking deal though, right? I mean, it sounds like your average small town American doctor, you know?
Everybody prescribes
Well, I'm not
narcotics.
here to talk about the doc because he's passing out perk 30s to anyone who asks him. I'm here because he's in the office with his cock and balls out. You see, Dr. David in the past has described himself as a naturist, essentially a head-ass way of saying that he's a nudist. The guy at one point even reportedly operated an Instagram page called Naked Dr. Dave, where he would presumably post about his nudist lifestyle.
Right.
This page was only the start of unsettling things to come. It was the first indication that there was something fucky going on with this guy behind closed doors, and apparently he was unclothed behind those doors. Dave's nude antics first got him in trouble with the Arkansas Medical Board back in January of 2024.
Sensible.
Someone reported his nudist Instagram page to the medical board after stumbling upon apparent nude photos of him posted there. When confronted about this, he'd defend himself against the board, stating that as a naturist, he does not, quote, shame, sexualize, fear, or negatively stigmatize the naked body, unquote. He also added that there was no crossover whatsoever with my professionalism while practicing medicine and my naturist activities, unquote. The guy was a proud nudist, and goddamn anyone tried to get between him and being butt ball naked. But he promised that he wasn't naked at work. That was different. That was a line that he was not willing to cross.
And he lied.
Skeptical, but willing to concede for the time, the medical board decided not to take any action against Dr. David. But this situation was far from over, and was only about to get...
I could get that as the medical board, because that would be the same as, like, let's say somebody practicing a religion that you think is weird, and then, like, you find out about it, and then you're like, this is kind of weird. You can't necessarily fire them for that, unless you're, like, in Texas. Texas doesn't have... You don't need reasons to fire people in Texas. You could just fire people. But in other states, you probably... Like, Arkansas probably needs reasons to fire people, and that wasn't a strong enough one.
Much worse. Around the time of the board...
Naturist is someone who believes in all things natural. Some of it involves nudity, usually alone or around consensual individuals. Nudists are people who just love the sensation of being naked and have a principle about it.
Ceasing their investigation on the doc, an extremely disturbing piece of surveillance video footage would come to light. A piece of footage that suggested David was lying about not mixing his at-home nudity with on...
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. These are all people.
The job activities. Coming to light in November of 2024, the footage originally recorded all the way back in 2019 allegedly showed Dr. David sauntering around his medical office in Blytheville, Arkansas, while completely butt-ball naked. The nude practitioner can at one point be seen carelessly conversing with several of his female employees. At one point, the nude doctor even goes to interact with the patient. The guy was very much ingratiated
If I'm on my deathbed and the doctor comes in naked and my legs can't move, I'm pulling the plug myself.
Initiating his nudist philosophy into his practice, and it kind of looked like he got a weird kick out of doing this. He was power tripping, you could say. The shocking leaked footage was then provided to the Arkansas Medical Foundation by an anonymous tipster. This tipster claiming that the doctor was a disturbed sex lunatic. They alleged the guy, quote, used the position of power, sexual grooming, and salary increases to groom employees and patients into repulsive sex acts. One possible example of this is a clip allegedly showcasing the doctor performing a sex act directly in front of one of the women, who is said to have not only been a lab technician within the office, but also one of Dr. David's frequent patients. The reported sexual act ended with the nudist doctor actually ejaculating on the woman, allegedly. All of this happening during office hours. When this illicit sexual behavior within the office, but also one of Dr. David's frequent patients. The reported sexual act ended with the nudist doctor actually ejaculating on the woman. All of this happening during office hours. When this illicit sexual behavior and gooning was uncovered, the board, who had foolishly let him slide previously, was now all over him. In Dr. David's disciplinary report, the Arkansas Medical Foundation stated, quote,
the perverse behavior leads to concerns about a sexual compulsive disorder or paraphilia,
which may, in fact, cross boundaries with his delivery of medical care.
Sure.
Simply, the interaction with his office staff suggests an entanglement in his medical practice.
100%.
When confronted with the possibility that the medical board possessed surveillance footage of him jerking off and being naked in front of staff, the doctor played dumb, saying, quote, I don't know anything about that at all. I would have to see those things to have any idea what you're talking about. They promptly would show him, and the Gooner doc finally realized he was fucked. As a result of parading around with his dick and balls out in the doctor's office, the board suspended his medical practice on October 14th, 2024.
You're in the
Dave's
video.
medical license was scheduled for December of that year, but was postponed. And there's been no new updates that I can find regarding the Gooner doc and when he'll be able to practice again.
Hopefully
if you do
never.
a medical board license lookup for the state of Arkansas, it still says that the Gooner doc's license is suspended. And we can't forget about the civil lawsuits, as this guy was violating people left and right in that office, allegedly.
For sure.
One civil suit came from a patient named Carol Ballard. She alleged that the man repeatedly tried to engage in sexual acts during examinations over a period of 18 months. These acts—
Bro, I am on a freaking bed about to die. Stop trying to pipe the nurse and save my life. I'm about to die. In GTA, why are you trying to pipe the nurse? I'm literally on my last breath. Death bed, literally. And he's trying to pipe the nurse, bro. Imagine being like, oh my gosh, his heart rate's declining. And he like, shit, I just hope you don't decline me tonight. Like, that might single-handedly resuscitate me long enough to whoop your ass. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
acts allegedly including exposing his genitals, making lewd remarks, and participating in indecent physical contact. A legal representative said, Dr. David Defini's actions were intentional, deliberate, and served no legitimate medical purpose. His own sexual desires, abuse his position of trust, and humiliate the plaintiff, Miss Ballard. As a direct and approximate result of these acts, my plaintiff has suffered severe emotional distress, anguish, anxiety, humiliation, loss of sleep, vomiting, physical manifestations of stress, distrust of medical professionals, and other damages that no reasonable person should be expected to endure. Another lawsuit was filed from a plaintiff named Rachel Chandler, who is a nurse practitioner and a former employee. Though she isn't suing Dr. Dave for receiving unwanted glimpses of his penis, it's over unpaid wages. I think there's no way around it. This one is totally a case of gooning ruining your life. For the love of God, put your dick away and just be a doctor.
Please!
The car wash foot gooner.
This is a case of a gooner who took his foot fetish to a whole nother level.
Okay.
Loitering around.
This one doesn't sound so bad. This one doesn't sound so bad. This one might not be that bad.
Car washes and even hiding under vehicles to catch glimpses of sandal and flip-flop wearing women.
This one was bad. This one was that bad. It was that bad. Sorry, my fault. I spoke too soon. It was that bad.
On August 29th, 2024, police got a call wherein a person claimed
That's my fault.
Peeping Tom had infiltrated a car wash located in Gilbert, Arizona on Val Vista Drive. Several witnesses reportedly spotted the at-large gooner, and surveillance footage literally showed the unidentified culprit sneaking underneath at least 3 separate vehicles. It was believed he was doing this to goon at the soapy feet of the women who often wore open-toed footwear while they were cleaning their cars. While these women vacuumed and detailed their cars, this voyeuristic vagrant would slide up under their vehicles and enjoy a free foot show for several minutes at a time, likely stroking it and carrying on in ways I don't particularly want to know about. This video clip in particular shows him emerging from underneath a vehicle when the woman finishes cleaning, and he just acts like he's minding his own business, you know, cleaning and detailing the tire of...
Bro, church is free. Hey, no, bro. Forget everything, bro. Church is free, gang. It takes $0 to walk inside of there, bro. No cap. It takes nothing to walk inside of there, get prayed for a little bit, and come back out a new person, bro. Please, bro. This is actually seeing him hop out of this car right here, bro.
This acts like he's merging from don't particularly want to know about. This video clip in particular shows him emerging from
Bro, he walks like the dude in Lord of the Ring who wants the ring, bro. This is bad looks right here, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. That is insane, bro.
Underneath a vehicle when the woman finishes cleaning, and he just acts like he's minding his own business, you know,
the Bible's
cleaning
in the
and
app,
detailing
bro.
the tire of his own vehicle. This is the incident that actually got the man reported. Another customer saw this bizarre behavior transpiring and later got in touch with the woman he gooned to and told her about it. This news was extremely upsetting to her, so she went to the car wash and asked them to pull the surveillance footage.
Sure enough, going through the video footage, I watched it happen. She was already in the process of calling the cops. He keeps walking back and forth, and you'll see him do that. He's watching to see what she's doing. When we talk to her, she's in the back seat vacuuming her car on that driver's side, and he slips up underneath that front tire. He was out underneath the vehicle for about 5 to 6 minutes, I want to say, and then he slips out and goes to this back passenger tire and is like trying to fiddle with it, making it seem like he's there the entire time.
The car wash foot gooner would later be identified.
He did it. You can see it in his face. That
is 28-year-old Jesse Johnson.
28?
On the afternoon of September 24th, 2024,
you still had time to have a good life.
Because of his lascivious loitering, he would be arrested. The man facing 3 felony counts of voyeurism and 3 misdemeanors for disorderly conduct. Jesse was held on a $10,000 bond, and if that bond wasn't met, he'd be compelled to wear an ankle monitor, an apt punishment for a professional foot monitor. Unsurprisingly, according to court documents, the reason Jesse did this stuff at car washes was because of an uncontrollable foot fetish, with him even admitting to investigators that he was sexually attracted to women's feet and claiming that he couldn't control his desires. This actually wasn't even his first rodeo in the realm of public foot gooning. In fact, he had been previously cited on numerous occasions for attempting to
obsessed with feet. That's why he looked like he got stepped on. That's what his face reminded me of.
To look at, touch, lick, or come into contact with women's feet. In June of 2016, a Fox News affiliate...
Just go get a girl who's really into feet then. Like, there's some shorty out there who's into feet, gang. I promise you she's out there, bruh. She might be on like a freak forum or something, some freak Reddit or something. Bro, just get you her, bro. Y'all could be happy as hell together, dressing her toes up as whatever you want, gang. Just don't do it to people who ain't sign up for it, bro.
Box 10 would cover one of the man's prior exploits, highlighting a case wherein Jesse was cited for hiding underneath a woman's car in a grocery store parking lot, and he attempted to touch her feet. The referenced article indicates that this was Jesse's 4th citation for doing shit like this. Speaking presently, there's no new updates to report regarding this story, but for you ladies out there, next time you take your Camry to the car wash, consider some closed-toed shoes, or at least take a look under your car before you get busy cleaning, because there might be a gooner under there jerking off.
That's so insane.
The tragic story of the beach gooner.
Our next case is one that's...
Please don't be Florida. Please don't be Florida. Please.
Starts off rather humorous, but quickly becomes disturbing the more you learn about it. This takes place on July 1st of 2021 at a beach on Tybee Island in the state of Georgia.
Yes! Dodged another one.
On this day, beachgoer Sarah Moss observed a woman laying on her beach towel in the sand using what appeared to be a vibrator, masturbating publicly. Worried that a child might see this, she reported it to police, who would arrive a bit later to investigate the apparent beachfront gooning incident. While she had moved locations by the time they arrived, police found their suspect at a nearby restaurant that was just off the beach.
Oh my gosh, and she was with people. Oh, that had to be so embarrassing. Excuse me, madam. We noticed that something inside of your swim trunks were vibrating. You're gonna have to come with us. That's so embarrassing.
Woman identified herself as Christina Revels Glick, and when confronted about the call they received, she suggested that this was all just a big misunderstanding, denying the claim outright and even expressing that it may have been one of her friends pulling a prank on her. Here's the interaction.
Were you doing something you weren't supposed to be doing?
What?
That's such bad lying right there.
What were you doing on the beach? Like, prior to coming here?
I was like, were you doing something that you weren't supposed to be doing? Man, I've been doing stuff I ain't supposed to be doing all day. Feel me? I started the pregame. Friends told me start the pregame at 8. I would have had started that joint at 4. I was out the door. Ended up coming late to the joint. I was tight, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna cap. I did steal somebody's beach towel, but I gave it back. I didn't think they was gonna notice. I had mad sand on my feet. You know what I'm saying? So my fault if I did that. There was this ball that I seen throwing around. I ain't gonna lie. I might have tried to throw it a couple of times. They weren't really jacking me, so it might have been that.
Prior to coming here?
There was nobody. I was just sitting on my towel. Nobody was around me.
Okay, and you were over at the beach?
Like I was near the water.
Near the water?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did I do? What did I do?
So apparently you were masturbating on the beach.
Who saw that?
I mean, a couple people.
No, they didn't.
Who saw that and no, they didn't? It's crazy. That's not the combination that we have. Me, on the beach? You know how wet I'm already getting? Why am I trying to do that at the beach? What are you talking about? I'm at the beach. I'm already overly wet anyways. What am I don't need to be doing that at the beach. I got mad people coming through. What are you talking about, bro? Come on, bro. You know I'm not on that. Look at me. Look at me. You think I'm at the beach with it? Shoot, I might come back off the beach with it, but I'm not at the beach with it. You feel what I'm saying? I know you know what I'm saying, and then that's me tapping the other officer. And then when I tap the other officer, handcuff on my wrist. Yeah, I would have been cooked.
That's not true.
Why would they call it?
Sorry.
Nobody was around. It was an anonymous call. Is this one of my buddies? Okay, one of my buddies.
No, it's not one of your buddies.
Her entire demeanor switches up after one of the cops asks her to show what's in her bag. And, you know, the truth would come out. She was getting freaky on that beach.
Is there anything in the bag?
No.
Is it right if I look through it? I mean, if you can open it and can I see the contents inside the bag?
Yes.
Okay.
I I don't really understand what y'all are.
We're just here because someone called and we're very concerned. Okay.
This is really highly offensive to me.
I got it. I got you. And that's why I'm trying to figure it out.
It's my vibrator, but I just put it in I was sitting on the beach and I just okay, do I get a ticket?
God forbid a stressed out woman play with her coochie on the beach. Literally 1984, guys. Can't a woman just enjoy herself? With her admitting to vibrating on the beach, she was handcuffed and arrested. In the process of being handcuffed, Christina tried to reason with police, saying that it only took her about 20 seconds to come and that she didn't mean to offend anyone.
I mean, if nobody saw it, they wouldn't have called, right?
If nobody saw it. Man, please, don't do this to me. Are you serious?
A family saw it. They had kids.
What? There was nobody around me.
Christina, the beach gooner, was later charged with indecent exposure and disorderly conduct. She was released from jail not long after her arrest. I'm unable to find any records documenting a conviction relating to this. In fact, I can't actually seem to find any evidence of her attending a court hearing about this. It's possible that they may have just given her a slap on the wrist and dropped the charges, confiscating her vibrator and calling it a day. And well, you've made it through yet another wavy web surf gooner video. Hope you—
That is insane, bro. Stop. Leave it at the crib, bro. Let's leave that at the crib, man. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment twice. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Goodbye. Peace.